I want to tell you a story. The world is now set upon the idea of wanting to be superior, individuals wanting to be above others, and maybe even wanting to control others. If it's wanting to be the most popular person at your school and therefore believing you have the right to suppress others, or if it's having to meet cultural expectations that make you feel more superior than others, leading to you believing you can control someone else's decisions or actions. Most people think of all the conflict among our countries and wars in the presidency, but this conflict does not only affect our countries, but also affects our people. What first came to my attention about this topic was of how many of us see the controversy of the power that lives in our own household. I initially thought of the power that our parents, siblings, sometimes wanting to hold among you. Your mom wanting to make decisions for you, your sibling thinking they can make you do chores. Although most importantly, I think that there's a different type of power that is seen in many countries against people of different cultures, races, ethnicities. I believe that this power greatly corrupts the peace that our country and other countries state we have. This also happens in books. We saw this in September when we met Jack from Lord of the Flies. He showed us that power and corruption only led to the division of friendships. Ralph and Jack separating and going their own ways after Jack wanting to have everything his own way, which was focusing on catching prey. My Spanish teacher referring to the word clemente, which means having compassion, and using the example of the two recent deaths of Rena Nicole Good and Alex Pretty in the state of Minnesota that were caused by ICE brutally killing them by shooting them without having any compassion, genuinely challenged my thinking about power and corruption. It made me evaluate the fact of how much power the presidency holds among our people by allowing ICE to kill human beings with no consequences. The ICE agent who killed them has not been held accountable. This truly leads to the corruption of our human rights and peace of the world. I see now how this relates to the wars and conflict in the book A Thousand Splendid Suns, described in the 1990s, still going on to this day. Being bombed and not being able to go to school, work, and women almost having no rights at all because of the Taliban ruling this country. This illustrates how power in the wrong hands leads to the disruption of our society. Suddenly, I realized that this power in the presidency is also seen in law enforcement and how it occurs often in the world, just that it's usually hidden or not talked about. I started to recognize all the deaths of people from different groups of races that were caused by police officers, how the case of Tom Robinson in the book To Kill a Mockingbird is acted out in the real world. Just as he did not obtain justice, most of these deaths by police officers did not either, as well as considering that most of these deaths are from the Black and Hispanic community. These type of cases, police officers not being held accountable, emphasizes the greater power that the word of a police officer, someone in the law enforcement, has against an ordinary citizen. This greatly highlights the corruption our country holds within our rights as human beings, corrupting the memorable statement that the United States holds, and justice for all. Now I understand that the aspects of different perspectives that we have read in all of the books of the school year, the power white people held in To Kill a Mockingbird, the power Jack wanted to hold among the boys in Lord of the Flies, and it only leading to the separating of relationships, made me realize that we may not have the amount of power that these political systems have, but we have the right amount of power to start taking action when we come across the undertaking of utilizing power to suppress others. Considering this, I hope that next time you're in a situation of an individual wanting to wrongfully hold power among another, a classmate, a colleague, or even a stranger, I hope that you consider putting your part in speaking up for that person, so that instead of letting these situations be let off, we can come together to make a change in society rather than corrupting it.